Hi everyone, I'm Terry, and this is the Yarnjoy podcast, episode number 102. Welcome. Well, let's see what I did this week. Okay, so for finished objects, last week I was showing you that I was working on a clutch or a purse, and I did get it finished. I was almost finished with it last week. All I had to do was stitch up the sides and then add a button, and so I did that. And this is the Rika Colorful Clutch by whistleandivy.com. Okay, so here it is. So I just had to stitch up the seams, the side seams, and then I found this button in my button box. Let's say it's vintage because it's pretty old, tarnished, looked like. But anyway, it works good. I just chained attached the yarn and did a few chains to make a loop so that I could put it around the button. So there's the inside. Now I didn't line it, but the pattern is done holding two strands of worsted weight yarn together, and so it does make a pretty firm, sturdy bag, I guess. I may go back and line it, I don't know, but what I'm probably going to use it for is to store some of my I don't know, flat type notions in it, or I may use it as a like a travel bag to put inside my suitcase when I travel, which is rarely, but to keep things a little bit separate. So we'll see. I could go back and line it if I wanted to later. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. So anyway, finished object number 1. Oh, and this will be a square on my yarn bingo with Llama Mama Kayla because it said to create a purse. Okay, so clutch bag, so that's a purse. Okay, finished object number 2. Okay, now this is a pattern review. This is a pattern I did by Michelle Estrada. She had sent me the pattern to be a pattern tester, but I didn't get it finished before she released it as published, and so I went ahead and made it since she did send me the pattern. So I made it and I told her that I would just do a review on the pattern. So this is the pig pillow. If you've watched Ella of No Catchy Name, you did see the one that she did because she did the same pattern. But here's mine that I did. Okay, that's his tail back there attached at the back. Okay, so what I did is I did just use worsted weight yarn, and this was just some Red Heart. No, it wasn't Red Heart. It's Premier Everyday yarn. We got it over there. It's a worsted weight. I don't think it was every day, but anyway. It was something that I had gotten in one of the mystery bags, and then of course this is just a little bit of charcoal gray scraps that I had Red Heart, and anyway, I think he's really cute, and like I said, he does have a little curly tail at the back that you attach. And the pattern I thought was written well, and the way Michelle presents her patterns as well is very well. I think, very good. I like it. So what I've decided to do, since it is kind of, it's kind of a flat piece, because it's a pillow. So I decided to make this and then donate it to Brenda of My Puggleful Life to the cuddlers that she's been making and donating to a group here in the city that makes them and donates them to children that have been through some problems, either medical issues or traumatic type problems, that they need something to be of comfort to them. And so the only thing I had to do to change this, to turn it into a cuddler, is I asked Brenda what size pockets that they put on the back, and she said they did 4-inch by 4-inch squares. And so I found this coordinating yarn that I had. I believe this is Burnett Softy Baby in Princess Pebbles colorway, and I thought that was a good contrasting yarn. And the stitch I did is I think it's a seed stitch. You know, it's the one that you do single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet, all the way across, and then you alternate it and do the opposite going the other direction, okay? And so I just did that, stitched it on as a little pocket, and I will donate this, or next time I get together with Brenda, because we are in the same city, so we can get together and crochet together at time. Or we have been. It's been a lot of fun doing that. And so I'm going to give it to her then, and then she will add the little heart that they put on all their cuddlers. So anyway, there's finished object number 2, and this is available. Michelle Estrada is the designer, and this is her pattern. She does have her patterns for sale on Ravelry, and she does have an Etsy shop, and so I will put a link to her Etsy shop below in the description box, okay? Anyway, very cute. Okay, so that is finished object number 2. Finished object number 3, okay, now this is the Jada and Stitches calendar blanket for 2019. This is the folk art blanket, I think, folk art blanket. I don't know the proper name, sorry. Anyway, I had it almost done last week, the section that had been released. All I had to do was stitch on a few more of the trees, and so I just want to show you that I did get that done. I got all my trees attached there, and so now I'm ready for the next section. So anyway, finish object number 3. I really didn't have that much to do on it. I only had 2 or 3 more trees that I had to stitch on there, so finished it up. A lot of finishes this week. So the next one, let's see, my next finished object is another square on the Yarn Bingo sheet for the month, and that is to create a wall hanging. Now, I showed you this square a couple of weeks ago, and it was a Tunisian piece that I did a tutorial on, which is this right here, this flower. And so I decided that since it made a nice big size piece, that I would just put these little tabs. I think these are half double crochets, I think, and I just did some rectangles and just enough to loop over and attach. I did 4 of them to make the tabs, and then of course I have this stick there that I put through for my to hang it by. And then the back, now the bottom, I did block the piece because, as you know, Tunisian crochet does curl quite a bit on the edges, and so I blocked the piece out, and that helped it relax and get the curling down, or minimize it, but it still did have a little bit of curling at the bottom, well, both edges. But anyway, so what I did is I had this big piece of felt that I had bought at Walmart. It was like, I don't know if I think it's bigger than I guess it's a yard piece. I don't know. It seems bigger than that. But anyway, it's a big piece of brown felt that I had bought. And so I decided to cut it the size of this square, as you see I did here. And I attached it to the back. That is a thread. But anyway, I attached it to the back, and I just hand stitched it on there. So there is my wall hanging. I think it's really cute, and I had it attached up there. I've got dogs here in the floor, so I don't want to move around too much, or it'll disturb them, and then they'll start moving around a lot. I have Teddy, of course, and then my grand dog, Milo, is staying with us for a few days. So, oh, see, there he goes. He's going to start moving now. We'll see if I may have to let him out. We'll see what he does. Okay. Let's see. So that's finished object number 4. Finished object number 5 is the Stash Buster square crochet along that I've been participating in by the Unraveled Mitten. Okay, that's her website, theunraveledmitten.com. And so the most current square that was released was square number 9. And so which was released last week, and so I did get mine done. And like I said, I am using number 3 weight yarn, which is like a sport weight, baby weight. So my squares are not 12-inch squares; they're more like 9.5 inch. I'm just kind of making one. I made one, and then I'm just kind of making all the other ones holding it up to it and just kind of making it the same size, so I'll be able to put them together. But anyway, here is the one I did. This is called the Wattle, W-A-T-T-L-E. At first when I saw it, I automatically thought, oh, it's the waffle stitch, the word, you know, but then I looked at it and I was like, no, that's not the waffle stitch. So I had to look at it again, and oh no, it's Wattle with the double T's. So anyway, I just, the gray and the brown are some mandala leftover cakes that I had, and then this is some baby yarn that I added in there, and so I'm just kind of letting it do what it wants. I mean, you know, like down here it's a speckled type, but then you get up here with this purple as this, and where the pink is, that is the same yarn as this, but it had some solid pieces in the cake. I think that's like Bernat coordinates, something like that. Anyway, so that's how the color got changed there. Anyway, it's just, like I said, it's a lot of small baby weight, sport weight, like the mandalas, leftovers that I'm using in these squares. Anyway, I really like the way the pattern came out with this. So, okay, so that's square number 9, and that's my finished object. Nope, I have one more finished object. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now this next finished object is in participation of Amber, who is Ooh Ah Crochet here on YouTube. She is running another make along, and this one is called the Charity make along. And you can, so with this, it's going to go through the summer, and to participate, you make items for charity. You either donate it locally to where you're at, or you can send it to her. There's an elementary school that's in her area that is of need of hats and scarves and warm clothing like that. That are, well, she's from South Dakota, so you can imagine how cold it can get up there. And so, this charity make-along is going to be hats, scarves, gloves, mittens, that sort of thing, as far as wearables. Or you can make small items, small toys, bookmarks, keychains, things like that the children can purchase with, like, for being good or gaining, maybe they earn points for good behavior and good deeds and whatever. Anyway, so I definitely want to participate in that, and so the first thing I made was this bookmark. It is Webster, I think, the elephant bookmark, and here he is. He is quite large. His trunk, there is a pipe cleaner in there that I can get the trunk to kind of curl up, but he does have a long trunk, doesn't he? And actually the pattern calls for worsted weight yarn, and I used baby weight yarn, and I went down to a 3.0 millimeter hook because I was trying to get it a little smaller. I started with worsted weight, and the head was turning out very large. Very cute. You could use the head and make a body for an amigurumi. I think that would be really cute. But anyway, so you make the head, and then you pinch it closed at the bottom and stitched through to close it. And then you just start doing this back and forth across. I think that's single crochets until you get, the pattern said 9 inches, and actually 9 inches, unless it's a small book. 9 inches didn't seem like, well, I guess it's what he used. I just stuck it in the magazine, and that wasn't quite long enough, I don't think. But anyway, see, I have a smaller book here. I'll stick it in there. Yeah, see, now that works pretty well. But like I said, the size of his head, he makes it kind of heavy. And so, I guess if you had crochet thread, you could do it. The pattern is written really well, and I didn't have trouble making it. I just feel like maybe the head is a little bit heavy. But anyway, I think it's cute. And now this pattern is from, let me look, hearthookhome.com, and she does have several patterns for these bookmarks with different animals. Like there's a duck, I think, and a bear, a very cute sloth, the elephant, of course, and I can't remember. There's a whole lot of, whole bunch more animals that she did. So if you're looking, if you not in the market, but if you're looking for a bookmark pattern, go ahead and check her out and see what you think. Okay. Okay, so that is finished object number 6, and that's all my finished objects. Okay. Now, works in progress. Last week I was showing you that I was working on the Call the Midwife blanket, and I will show you how much I got done on it. I almost got through the whole entire first cake of yarn. I'm using Lion Brand Mandala in the colorway Wood Nymph, and let me hold my yarn here. Here's how much I've gotten. Let me put that on the back. There you go. So anyway, here it is. And I have this much left of my cake. And then I have another cake that I haven't started yet that I want to go ahead and put in there. Or I'll see how the size of it, I guess. Right now, the width of it, because I did do, I went up a hook size. I'm using a 7 hook. It's not 7mm. It's that size that it's like, oh, let's see. It's between, I think it's between a G and an H, which a G hook is a 4.0mm, I think. Is that right? Yeah. And then an H jumps up to a 5. Yeah, because this is an I hook and that's a 5.5mm. So this number 7 hook is between that G and H size. Anyway, I did that, and I also did one more repeat of the pattern to get it a little bit wider, because it was coming out to be not even 30 inches wide, and so I wanted it to be, well, wider than that. Right now, it's like 20, and it's like 29 inches wide. But then when I put a border on it, hopefully that'll get it a little bit wider. So it just depends. One more whole entire cake may make it really long and narrow, you know, too much rectangle shape. I don't know, but I'm going to get into the second cake and use quite a bit of it to see. Right now it is measuring roughly 20 inches this way. And so we'll see. But anyway, I'm really liking it. It's, once you get the repeat, which is this little section, you know, one repeat of the pattern, you get it memorized, and you really zoom through it pretty fast. Now, I noticed in this cake, I'm going through here, and I got to the white section, and as you see, the white transitioned back to this purple strip, but only like 2 rows, and then it wants to go back to the white again. See? And so I looked on this next cake, and this one doesn't do that. I mean, once it changes to the white, let me pull it out a little bit here. Yeah, once it changes to the white, it don't have another little skinny section and then white again. In that. So I think what I'm going to do, because it's just 2 rows, I'm going to pull that out, and then maybe just continue on with the white, you know, attach it, connect the 2 together, pull that one strip out, and then I will just put that into my scrap bag or whatever that I'm making these Stash Buster squares with, and use it over there. But I think I'm going to do that because that one little random thing there looks kind of funny. Strip. I don't know why it did that. But anyway, I think that's what I'm going to do. So that's works in progress number 1. Works in progress. Oh, and that pattern is from littlemonkeyscrochet.com, I think. And of course, I will put links to all these patterns in the description box below. Okay. Next one is the Wildlife Cable Afghan. Now that is the deer blanket that I was working on. I started, and I was saying that it's going to be a Christmas gift. And so I haven't worked on any of the deer section this week. Let me hold up a picture. This is the blanket, and I haven't done any more than what I showed you before, which is up about so far, like the very beginning, I guess, of the neck. And so I haven't done any more of that, but I did decide to start some of the panels that go around the outside. And so the first thing I did was one of the little corner squares. Now this book, let me show you the front of it, is the Wildlife Cables Afghan, Wildlife Cable Afghans by Christine Noggle. Okay, so that's the book I'm getting it out of. Okay, I bought this at Joann's, but I've seen it on Amazon and at Joann's and other places, maybe even Hobby Lobby. But anyway, here is the corner square. Now I did like this. It worked out pretty easy. It just has, you know, some bobbles here and then alternating and then some bobbles there. So I like that. So I will stick with this corner piece. Now I did start one of these side panels, and it is a cabled piece. Let me show you that again. Where's it? Oh, there it is. Anyway, it's this, and as you see, it's got a lot of stuff going on in that cabling, and they use the same thing for the long panel on the side. Well, I started working on that, and I got like half, I guess, because as you see, it starts together, and then it gets wide, and then it goes down small again, and then you have the repeats. So that's a pretty big section of repeat. Several rows in one repeat. And so anyway, I started it. Now on the camera you can kind of see it, but with this yarn, now this is Lion Brand Heartland in the colorway Grand Canyon, and I really liked it in the picture, and I like it. I do like it, but I think that is just a little bit too busy for that colorway, you know? I mean, it's like, in real life looking at it, me looking at it, it just seems like that's a lot of stuff going on, you know, and so busy that it's like the colorway and the pattern is like competing for each other. Does that make sense? So I don't know if I don't know if I will continue. Just had a ball roll off my desk. Anyway, a ball of yarn. Okay, so I don't know if I'm going to continue with this. I think, because I have more balls. I had to get like 6 balls of this yarn. So I have some more balls that are not connected to anything. And so I think I'm going to grab another one of the balls, and then because the panel sizes are the same, as far as I know. And so I kind of like this one. Let's see if I can get a good shot. Yeah, I'll show you this one. This one is the bear. But if you see the paneling, see that? The panel, not paneling. But anyway, yeah, see that? It's kind of a, I don't know if you call that a herringbone, I don't know. It is a kind of a cabled panel. Yeah, there you go, see? Anyway, but it's just like a 2-row repeat for that piece. Now, I do like the corners, like I said, I'll keep that. But I think I'm going to start working a little bit of that pattern and see how I like it. A 2-row repeat just sounds a whole lot easier than one that's got, I can't remember how many repeats this is before you do, how many rows are in the repeat before you have to change. But this is just a lot of work. I don't mind doing it, but it's a little bit, I don't know. Like I said, it's a lot of work for the color. For the colorway, I think. It just seems like it just doesn't, looking at it in real life, it just don't do it for me. So I think I'm going to try that and see how I like it. Okay, so stay tuned. Stay tuned to see what I do with that. Okay, so works in progress number 3, and then this is it as far as my activity, now I just got finished on Saturday releasing a new tutorial, and it is a tutorial on just the standard single crochet technique for doing Afghans. And so I didn't teach the stitch, I just showed some kind of color changing techniques, okay? And so this is a tutorial that I had done for Danica over at Lady Love Design Boutique. That's her Facebook page. And so she sent me the chart, and I'm got finished with the techniques as far as the color changing, and now I'm just finishing up the chart for myself because I think it's super cute. I don't have a picture of it. I have it on my computer, but it's in the other room. So anyway, like I said, the chart, if you want the chart, you have to go to her Facebook page, join her group, and when she releases, and you can get the chart from her. But anyway, isn't that cute? It's a crab, and I think it's cute. I'm having a good time with it, just doing a few rows at a time, and you know, taking my time. There's no hurry, but I thought it was so cute, and I really like the colors. The background color is turquoise, Red Heart Super Saver, and then this red is some sort of Karen Simply Soft that I have quite a few skeins of, and it's some sort of red. I don't even have the ball bands. They were given to me, and the ball bands were not on it, so I know it's or at least I think one of them had a ball band, and it was something red, but it may even be a discontinued color because this was given to me by my sister-in-law who picked up these skeins at like a yard sale. A whole bunch of them, and so I have a whole bunch of this red. Not as much as I have the orange that I had, but quite a few of them. And so I thought, well, that's a good crab color. And so I'm right up to the point where I'm going to start his eyes right here, okay? But I need to bobbin up some white yarn to add to it. So anyway, super cute, and I thought it's a good size. I mean, you know, it's just a single square, but I can always use this as a central piece for an Afghan, possibly around the bases, because that crochet along. You use your own square in the middle and then build onto it, so that might be an idea. I'm not sure, but anyway, I will have this central square done, ready to be blanketized. That's not a word. I just made the word up. Anyway, okay, so that is what I got to show you. Now, I know that's a lot, and I'll probably get comments saying, oh my goodness, you got so much done. Well, in truth, okay, so last week's video was released on Thursday, my regular video day, but I actually made the video the Monday before that, so 3 days before, right? Yeah. And so I've actually had 10 days, this is like 10 days of work instead of 7 days of work, so that's why it's more than regular, I guess. Now the reason I did film early last week and then but then I released it on Thursday was because I was out of town. I went out of town for just a few days, family getaway, and in fact I do want to do a video, and it's going to be a separate video, and I'll have a little bit of footage of where we went, and also I want to show you in that video, because this was kind of a Mother's Day wedding anniversary type trip, although it was a family trip, and so I'll have a little video and pictures of our vacation, and then also I want to show you what I got for Mother's Day. So hopefully within a couple of days, I guess, I will have that video up and I'll be able to show you, okay? So anyway, that's why it seems like I have a lot to show you this time, because it was a little bit longer than a week. So, okay, so upcoming, Jada and Stitches blanket, the calendar blanket, folk art landscape blanket. Anyway, she should be, I'm thinking, possibly tomorrow, which is Friday, maybe that's when she's going to be releasing the next section, and so that's upcoming. We'll see what new appliques we'll be doing to be applying to our blankets. So that'll be fun to find out what that will be. And then so that's upcoming, and then also the Stash Buster square from the Unraveled Mitten, the square number 10, should be released this next week on Wednesday, next week. So that's upcoming. And what else is upcoming? Oh, well, I showed you last time, I think, that I had one preemie hat done for this month, and so I need to do 2 more preemie hats for the month of May to meet my goal, and so I'm going to get started on those, and so those will be upcoming. Okay, so the last segment of today's episode is the Super 7 Podcasters of the Week. These are podcasters that I am subscribed to. I enjoy their videos and I want to share them with you. So no particular order, number 1 of my Super 7 Podcasters of the Week is Esmeralda of God Rocks 2107. She's a crocheter. I enjoy watching her videos. She likes to do shawls. Quite a bit of shawls is a lot of the things that she makes, among many other things. So if you're not subscribed to her, please go and subscribe. That was a dog coming in. Pay attention. Don't pay any attention to the dog behind the door. Anyway. Number 2 is Christy of Christy's Corner Booth, and she's also a crocheter. I really enjoy her videos. She's been showing recently videos of her fur babies, which she has big fur babies because she has some horses. And I'm really enjoying watching those. Besides her crochet items, as of course. So anyway, if you're not subscribed to her, go please check her out and subscribe. Okay, number 3 is Rose of Rose Likes Crochet. She's doing an awesome job with her videos. She shows yarn hauls. She shows some beautiful projects she's working on, and I really enjoy watching her videos. So go check her out if you haven't subscribed to her. The next one is Leah of Leah's Handmade Crafts. And she is from Australia, and I really enjoy watching her videos. She's got some great projects that she shows. So check her out. Number 5 is Kayla of Kayla Crochet Love. She's a new podcaster, and she has some great videos out there. She has she flashed her yarn stash, and so that was enjoyable to watch. And like I said, I really enjoy looking at the project she's working on, so go check her out. Number 6 is Amber of Ooh Ah Crochet. Amber is a great person. She's just finished up she's the one that hosted the Make-Along, the favorite musical Make-Along, and now she's hosting the charity Make-Along. And I really enjoy watching her. She does some hauls, like when the different things that she buys, and she shows what kind of craft she's going to make out of them. So that's a fun, interesting thing to watch. So go check her out. And number 7 for this week is Katie of Stitched by Katie, and she is also a new podcaster. She just has a few videos out, but I do enjoy watching them. So please go and check her. And all of these that I mentioned, I will put links in the description box below to their channels. Please go check them out and show them some love and tell them I sent you. So anyway, I hope you do really go and check these ladies out and subscribe. And that is it. Thank you so much to my subscribers. And oh, one more thing I was going to show you. I'm so sorry. Okay, so you know there is a giveaway going on, and the winner will be announced soon. Or well, we have to find which video that was I was talking about. But anyway, as part of the giveaway that I'm having for my 4,000 subscribers, this is a project bag that I made, and I forgot to show it. Okay, it's got a little stitch marker, combination stitch marker zipper pull that I attached that is detachable. And then here's the bag. It is, I don't know if you can see it, but it is sort of quilted. You can see the lines there. And I lined it with some yellow fabric right there. So this will be going in the giveaway. Okay, so that's it now. Okay, so thank you so much to my subscribers, and if you haven't subscribed, then please do, and check out my weekly videos showing all the stuff that I do, and also the tutorials that I've been doing. And let's see, I think that's it. So everybody have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.